Valentina, this is nothing new to you. You've done fight weeks as a reigning champion for so long. So I guess just how's camp been, and just how's fight week been as a whole preparing for Manon?
Amazing training camp, amazing fight week, a lot of energy, feeling strong, fast, powerful, and very confident.
Did you do your camp in El Paso again?
And so my camp, we divided for several locations. Started in Washington State on the Puget Sound, then Las Vegas and El Paso, and final part here, Montreal.
You know, before this fight was officially announced, Manon was very active on social media calling for this fight. She obviously made that bet about retirement and everything like that. Were you hoping that this fight would be sooner, or is it the perfect timing to face her here in Montreal in May?
Oh, I don't think it was that active. Actually, it was just one tweet or maybe two. And yeah, it's a little bit, she's starting probably to throw this tweet a little bit too soon, in my opinion, because I just fought and it was 1 month after the fight. But I understand she was desperate, like she kind of like had a little bit delay. But I think everything at the end worked like perfectly, and I rested good. I had amazing travel to islands of Pacific Ocean, all the Polynesia, Tahiti, Fiji. So, and with all new energy, I started my new training camp.
What do you make of Manon as a martial artist? Because on the countdown it showed her she's been doing karate since she was young. She did some wrestling, she did taekwondo. So she seems like yourself, a lifetime martial artist. And
I don't think that it's appropriate to compare myself to her, because I never will approach to any of my opponents with so much disrespect that she did.
I was about to ask that too. Did what she's been saying, how much has that bothered you?
Nothing. No, I kind of my experience in martial arts. It's so many years. I started when I was 5, and all these years before joining UFC, I already was 17-time world champion in Muay Thai, in MMA, in kickboxing. So imagine how many different characters I were able to meet, and how many words they could say or some. And if everything would bother me, I never would achieve what I achieved. So I think it's the biggest ability to kind of block all the energy what's happening around and focus on your main goal.
I guess a better phrase was, is it annoying when fighters think they have to do this rather than, because she seems like the logical next fight anyway, and she still thinks that she has to kind of pick at you and to sell this fight?
It's kind of hard to say. Not for me, not annoying, because I know exactly how to focus myself on the main thing. Even if we are my last fighting in the Sphere, everyone saying oh my God, it's so much graphic, it's so big, how you will focus on the fight. But for me, it was not a question. I just focus on what I were doing. That's why kind of knowing what is important, what is no, it's the most important for any fighter, and I know it.
And then just last one for me. I know you have Manon to prepare for, but I guess a lot of interviews I've seen you do, they always go, oh, what about Wei Li? What about Amanda? They're looking past your fights, and it seems like that's how it's been for a while. So I guess, why do you think both fans and the media always ask you about the fight next rather than the fight against Manon hasn't even happened yet?
I would say you better answer me this question. Why is the media asking this question all the time? So this is something that I really cannot answer. You have to answer to me that.
Valentina, right here. During your first reign as champion, you were never the underdog going into a fight. But right now, the odds have you as the betting underdog here. Why do you think that is? I know you don't focus too much on that, but why do you think people aren't maybe giving you the same credit going into this first title defense of this reign than your previous championship run?
Why do I say I don't have any idea why they did that? Sometimes they do some unexpected moves, and we kind of barely can understand what the logic under all of that. But if you would like really focus on these numbers all the time, you kind of like would go crazy. No, you have to really focus on your power, inner power and strength, and this is only what matters in the fight. I know exactly if compare myself to like a few years ago, I'm better version of myself, faster, stronger, more confident, and it's just like I feel the best shape what I've been in my entire career, it's right now.
There's such few people in the UFC who have experienced what you just did, fighting the same opponent 3 times, like you did with Alexa. Is there an adjustment period at all to the pacing, to just the feeling of what it's like in the octagon with someone who won't be her after sharing the cage with the same opponent for like 2 years?
Can you say again?
Just like you're so familiar with Alexa's style after fighting her 3 straight times, is there an adjustment that's going to come once you're in the cage, like having an opponent that is not Alexa for the first time in 2 years?
You know, it doesn't matter for me. I kind of like, even if you see, first of all, why we had 3 fights with Alexa, only because the second fight, it was messed up by someone's decision. And because it was a draw, and it's lead for the third fight. If everyone would do their job correctly, we will be done on the second fight. And I feel that, so what was the question?
Just the adjustment from now going to Manon, a completely different opponent.
You know, it's this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all because I had so many different opponents, so many fighters I faced with different style. It's kind of like even if you see all like these 3 fights, it was completely different fights, different strategy, different like tactic, different technique, everything. But now it's kind of like, yeah, definitely we had to focus on a little slightly different tactic and technique, what is this opponent is representing. And but in general, what is mixed martial arts and what is our training was, training camp was, it's doing everything. This is, you cannot just rely on one thing and like forget about your other techniques and work only a specific thing, because in the fight you will face a little maybe surprise or something like that. That's why to avoid everything, all the surprise, you just have to focus on mixed martial arts and work and everything, striking, grappling, wrestling, because you cannot be just one. You have to be everything. You have to be universal fighter.
I know it was very important to you to fill up the rubies on the plate on the belt. Now that you've done that, what are your new goals? Is it to fill up the other plate?
Exactly. There is 1 plate, there is 2 plates, so total 16.
Valentina right here. You got a custom fight kit for this event, and the response online, fans really seem to like it. They think it's one of the better custom fight kits. Just wondering what you thought of it, and obviously the bullet makes sense. What does the dragon mean to you?
So on this fight kit, we was working together with the designer Erwin, and he did so amazing job. First of all, I share with him my ideas, what I would like to have in the fight kit, and then he came up with several designs. So it was not just one; it was several that everyone was so amazing and so beautiful, very hard for me to decide which direction go. But once we finalized on dragon and tiger, because it's like I was saying, it's like opposing but complementary forces. And all together, it's representing yin-yang, like dynamic balance of the universe. And this is exactly what is martial arts stands for me. It's balance between like strong forces and know when to step back, when to step forward. And definitely bullet, it's like my personality. That's why I put on a background a lot of like Thai style like drawing, plus it was sakyant, it's specific style, what is like, you could see a lot of tattoo on a Thai people in this style, sakyant. It's like protective amulets, what they are like for protection, for like anything. And if you could see my tattoo of Hanuman, I have the same style. So it's all around like background of sakyant, Thailand, because of my Muay Thai career, so many years of Muay Thai, and spending so much time in Thailand fighting and traveling. And definitely dragon, tiger. I was born in the year of dragon, and the bullet is who I am.
And then obviously Antonina retired recently. She announced her retirement. Were you sad to see her announce her retirement? Or are you just happy that she has another career that she's very passionate about?
It's both. It's I'm very happy that she is successful in what she's doing right now. She is pilot. She's working on net jets. She was previously working on trained winds, and she been like captain of Pilatus PC-12. Now she's flying jets. It's citation latitude, and she's like building her career the same good as she was doing her mixed martial arts. But in the same time, I'm missing her being in my corner, and I think that definitely it's kind of like a person who next to you that you share in so much like all things in common. It's definitely something that I miss.
Thank you.
Valentina, Georges St-Pierre, back in the days, had a mentor called Christophe Midou, a very singular Frenchman. He's been close to Manon for the last few fights. Georges St-Pierre taught his Superman punch to Manon 3 days ago. I thought you were the expert at the Superman punch. What happens when two women do a Superman punch or collapse? There's going to be a Wonder Woman that's going to come out of it. Is she going to try to pull it on you? Will you do it?
Superman?
Yeah.
Superman, Superwoman punch. It's one of my favorite technique.
That's what I'm saying. You hone it in the females competition. She may try it on you. What do you think about that?
I feel that there is a lot of copies that she's copying from me, but what I want to say, they can try to copy, but never will be the genuine one.
Just right here, Valentina. She trained with Georges St-Pierre, but we saw you train with Yana Yizik. How this sparring give you some extra confidence, maybe, and does she give you some advice for your battle of Saturday night?
Joanna, we have so like good relationship with Joanna, and it's the thing when your rivalry through the years, because of we share so much time inside of the octagon, inside of the ring, and be able to see each other like growing, making success, and like achieving the goals. It's like more and more giving like more respect, more honor, and it's wonderful to have her here. Joanna, she's an amazing fighter. She is a Hall of Famer, and it's definitely, it's very, we started flyweight together. This is how the flyweight, women's flyweight in UFC started, from me and her. And now we are like, after all these years, we are together here, like different, not facing each other, like against each other, but going in the same direction.
Thank you. And as you said, there is some similarities between your fighting styles and the one from Manon. How do you handle a preparation against someone who like fight like you? It's not something difficult to face like someone who's similar as you?
Actually, people saying about this similarity, but I really don't see much similarity. The only similar thing is we are standing in the same stance, and maybe we are both blonde girls. This is only the similar things what we share.
Thank you. Last one for me. She predict third one finish. What's your prediction?
You know, it's funny when I like this when people like go in and with so much confidence they're saying, "Oh, it's gonna be finish, it's gonna be something like that." But I like this moment when they are feel frustration in the ring, inside of the octagon, when they feel that nothing, any plan what they had in their head, it doesn't work. This is the best feeling to see them breaking up. Yeah.
Thank you very much and good luck.
Valentina right here. Obviously, Alexa Grasso has taken up a lot of your time over the last number of years. Was it nice for you to go into this camp knowing that you had a fresh face in Manon Firo?
Not that long time. People saying it's like it was forever or something like that. No, it actually was like a little bit more than a year.
2 years, I guess.
No, year and a half, something like that, between like all these 3 fights. No, a year and a half. It's not that much. Some people, they are fighting once a year, so they kind of like can face only one opponent. But we did this 3 times. So yeah, it's the process what we have to go over, and sometimes it's happened. Sometimes you have one opponent more than one time.
Obviously, she's on this card as well, so you're not fully in rear-view mirror of Alexa Grasso yet. How do you see her fight going down with Natalia Silva?
Oh, really? I'm focused on my fight. I focus on my opponent, and I don't have time to study other opponents as well.
Okay, thank you.
Здравствуйте, Валентина. Вы дважды дрались против Алекса Грасса, против мексиканки на ночи UFC. Сейчас вы деретесь с француженкой в, по сути, франкоязычной части Канады. Не кажется ли вам, что в 3-й раз подряд будете на чужой территории? Или вы думаете, что вас здесь будут больше поддерживать, чем соперницу?
Мне не привыкать. Я всегда доказывала свое преимущество на территории соперников. И всегда все свои бои я выигрывала на чужой территории. И самое приятное чувство, когда, допустим, зал поддерживает моего соперника, и в этот момент тишина стоит, потому что соперник ничего не может сделать. Вот это самое лучшее чувство.
Вы сказали чуть ранее, что цель еще 8 рубинов на другой стороне пояса. Это означает, что вы все-таки остаетесь в своем дивизионе или есть все-таки у вас мысль снова вернуться в 135?
Любые варианты возможны. Просто сейчас, когда неделя боя, мне бы хотелось полностью сосредоточиться именно на том, что меня ожидает в эту субботу. Потому что я считаю, что это для меня, для моего характера, это самое важное. Ты должен сфокусироваться на предстоящем противостоянии. Потому что когда человек фокусируется на всем подряд, сразу думая обо всех, он тратит свою энергию зря. Энергия уходит в разные концы. Но для того, чтобы достичь истинного успеха, нужно всю эту энергию направить вдоль канала в одно направление. Поэтому мои мысли сейчас только о предстоящем бою против моей соперницы в эту субботу.
Хорошо, тогда этот вопрос я повторю вам после боя на пресс-конференции. Надеюсь, будет повод. И последний вопрос.
Повод.
Верим в это. И последний вопрос. Манон, это та соперница, которую вы хотели после победы, после возвращения пояса? Ну, по сути, вы были в том статусе, когда вы могли выбирать себе любого соперника. Манон — это та девушка, с которой вы хотели подраться? Или чисто стилистически, или, может, какие-то личные, внутренние ощущения у вас были? С кем бы вы хотели подраться?
На самом деле это так не работает. То есть, да, существуют какие-то предубеждения, что чемпионы выбирают себе соперников. Ну, тогда бы, я думаю, чемпионы выбирали себе там и 20-й номер, там еще может быть какой-нибудь. Нет, это так не работает. Существует определенный ранкинг, который составляет UFC, и вдоль этого ранкинга выбирается соответствующими представителями, выбирается следующий оппонент. Поэтому у меня всегда была в моем характере именно такой же, как меня воспитал мой тренер Павел Федотов. Мы никогда не выбирали соперников себе. То есть кто следующий, мы готовы. Где угодно, когда угодно и в любое время. То есть никогда не было такого выбора, что там, хочу этого, хочу не этого, что-то такое. Нет, для меня всегда было, если драться, то надо драться честно.
Спасибо большое, удачи в субботу.
Спасибо.